UFC Rio in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Oliveira versus Gamrot. It's going to be a good one. It's a pick'ems for me, but find out who I pick later on in the show. But it's on AJ Let's Talk Sports, and make sure you subscribe for all my latest content. So we had a Who You Got last week, UFC 320. I want you to see this. I pop it up on the screen here. We only had 4 votes this time. We had like 22 or some 24 votes last week before that. But it was a 50-50 split. And Alex Pereira knocks him out in the first. I had Pereira winning by KO in the third. But I get the win anyway, so it's nice. So I went 3 for 5 last week, by the way. Pretty good, 60% or so. As long as I stay over 50%, I'm doing pretty good with these UFC picks. They're pretty hard to do. So we're going to go ahead and check out some of these fights here. And I'm just going to be using the BetMGM app to make sure to do my picks. So we're just going to do the last 5. I know there's a 6-fight parlay. It's a 6-fight main card, but we're going to do a 5-legger if you want to do the 5-legger with me. So we got Ramos versus Ofli. Now, Ofli's a plus 155. He's been losing a lot. And he's coming, I believe he's coming off of the Ultimate Fighter. I think last year. I remember watching him. Ramos is at a minus 190. Ofli at a plus 155. Get your betting favorites. Make a decision. Give me Ofli at a plus 155. Quick ones here, boys. Diniz versus Pinto. Portugal versus Brazil. Brazil's at a minus 135. Pinto is at a plus 110. Give me Diniz at minus 135. These are a 5-leg parlay. Then we're going to dive deeper into the main fight here. Now, Luque versus Alvarez. Alvarez is actually at a minus 650. I was kind of betting on Luque, though. But the betting odds is at a plus 450 for Luque. I would like to put like $5 or $10 on Luque at a plus 450 because you get some monies back. Double down on that. But as for picks, I'm going to do Alvarez at a minus 650 because that's an easy pick. As long as you add it on your parlay. I wouldn't just do a single pick on that. Now we're going to go to Figueiredo versus Jackson. Brazil versus America. And Jackson is at a minus 300. Figueiredo is at a plus 240. So the fights are early too, which is nice. I think the main card starts at 7, I believe. It's saying estimation for the main event is 9:45, but we don't know yet. So Figueiredo versus Jackson. Give me Jackson at a minus 300. So right now, if I'm doing my picks, Ofli at plus 155, Pinto at a plus 110, or no, I did Diniz. And then if you want to just do a double down on that on a parlay there and just make it a single bet for Luque, I would do that for $5 or $10 at a plus 450. You can't go wrong on that. But for the parlay, I'm doing a minus 650. And then give me Jackson at minus 300. Then we're going to go into the main one. So as of right now, $10 only gives me $68 because we're doing main ones. So at least you're going to get your monies back on your Luque fight if Luque wins. But if this parlay hits, it's not going to be that great, not going to be that big, but it's going to be good. Now let's go over into the main fight here. We're going to make it fast here. Charles Oliveira versus Mateusz Gamrot. Oliveira is a former lightweight champ, widely regarded for his all-time submission record in the UFC. Now, he recently lost to the title shot with Ilia Topuria via knockout. Topuria is looking beastly, by the way. Gamrot stepped in on a short notice against Rafael Fiziev, which he withdrew, but Oliveira is coming in with something to prove and to bounce back. I would have a question for you guys. If Oliveira doesn't win, is he thinking about maybe retiring? Because he might not have a title shot in the near future if he gets the loss. It's something to think about. So Oliveira, we know he has an elite jiu-jitsu. He's dangerous with scrambles, decent striking. He's got experience in his fight IQ. Didn't show in his last fight, though. But Gamrot had excellent wrestling. He's got takedowns. He averages 5.3 takedowns per 15 minutes, which is solid accuracy. He has good cardio. He's got good pace. He's got a grinding style. Good takedown defense. His strike defense. He's durable. Dude's a freaking beast. So Gamrot needs to find clean entries for his takedowns. He needs to look for doubles. He needs to look for singles. And he also needs to look for trips. He needs to avoid exposing himself to his submissions when he's shooting, though. He's got to watch his head when he goes into takes those takedowns. If he leaves his head out, Oliveira is going to snatch it. So Oliveira must use feints, strikes, and possibly jabs or body work to make Gamrot hesitant to get him down to the ground. So if Gamrot can secure a takedown and maintain top position, especially in half guard or side control, and negate Oliveira's guard work, he can win rounds that way. But once Oliveira is on his back, he's extremely dangerous. You can throw up a triangle, throw up legs with the triangle. He's got rear naked chokes. He's got guillotines. This question is whether Gamrot can avoid or survive those threat periods. So it's going to be a grappler on grappler matchup. Even though Gamrot, I've been reading that his striking is pretty good. But Gamrot's strength is the long game. If Oliveira pushes hard early, throws a lot of strikes, Oliveira might burn out or take damage. But Oliveira has also experience with long fights as well. So Gamrot needs consistent pressure, but also needs to vary his offense. Oliveira wants to keep things at range when possible and use his reach. Gamrot needs to limit damage on the feet. So Oliveira fighting in Brazil with the crowd expectations could energize him or add pressure, either way. So also the short notice opponent switch means Oliveira had to pivot quickly from preparing for a striker to a wrestler. So that adjustment could leave gaps. So I think it's going to be a grappler on grappler matchup here. It depends. It won't surprise me if they keep it standing for at least the first couple rounds. I know it's a 5-rounder. They're probably going to start slow. But look for Oliveira to possibly try to make it quick and get out of there with a submission. And hopefully he gets a knock. Hopefully he can tag him. But supposedly on this website here, it's leaning towards Gamrot by a decision. You can't go wrong there. I just can't. It just depends on how Oliveira is mentally. I just can't go against Oliveira at home in Rio. It's going to be tough. Plus, another side note here. Fun fact, it's in high up. The Rio de Janeiro is up in the mountains, so it's high up. I don't know exactly what the elevation is. So Gamrot might have problems in later rounds breathing, but I don't know how much of a significance that could be. So we're going to go back into the BetMGM here. Now that we talked about the fights and all that stuff and leading up to it, Oliveira is actually favored at a minus 115, but it is a pick'ems. It's definitely a pick'ems. And Gamrot has a minus 105. So if you pick Oliveira, it'll take you to $127 on $10. If you pick Gamrot, it'll put you at $133. So maybe $5 or $6 difference, depending on Oliveira or Gamrot, on your $10 parlay 5-legger. I'm going to try to just go Oliveira. It's going to be tough for me to go against Oliveira in Rio. Hopefully, he's got mental preparation ready and he's ready to go fight. $10 is going to quick bet, get you $127.67 on your 5-leg parlay. And again, wrapping it up real quick, I got Ofli, Diniz, Alvarez, Jackson, and Oliveira for your 5-legger. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Love you guys. God bless, and tip the waitress.